A Coin 6 investigation reveals a bombshell. Oregon First Lady Cylvia Hayes was involved with the property she admits was intended to be an illegal marijuana grow operation. At 11 o'clock, good evening, I'm Jeff Gianola.
I'm Ann State. Coin 6 actually broke this story online, and now Dan Tilkin takes us through the new information that he has uncovered.
Well, these new details are from a time Cylvia Hayes admits were a very difficult and unstable period of her life when she was associating with the wrong kind of people and making mistakes. It was Thursday when Cylvia Hayes confessed.
I was struggling to put myself through college and was offered money in exchange for marrying a young person who had a chance to get a college degree himself if he were able to remain in the United States.
Hayes says she was paid around $5,000 by the Ethiopian man. Public records show that marriage happened in July of 1997. But other public records show just 4 months later, in November of 1997, Cylvia Hayes and another man bought a $245,000 piece of property and made a $15,000 down payment. The property is in remote Washington state in Okanagan near the Canadian border. By phone, I talked to the man who sold Hayes and her boyfriend the property.
There was somewhat of a leader-follower there, and she was leading and the gentleman was following.
Patrick Simeone says Hayes and her boyfriend soon stopped making payments. Public records show Cylvia Hayes gave up her interest in the property. When Simeone got the property back, he described what he found.
It was immediately obvious why they had chosen that property. They had been growing marijuana. How do I know that? There was a rather large, very beautiful pool table in the log house, and it was covered with, I think people call it the shake when they trim plants. It was just covered with that. I then went out into one of the outbuildings, and there were full apparatus for drip irrigation and marijuana-specific fertilizers, etc., etc., etc.
In a statement, Hayes told me, "I am not proud of that brief period of time. I was involved in an abusive relationship with a dangerous man. We lived together for several months on the property in Okanagan that was intended to be the site of a marijuana grow operation that never materialized. I was never financially involved with it. I did not pay any part of the down payment or mortgage payments. I had no money. The money I had received in July 1997 for entering a fraudulent marriage was used, as I have previously stated, to purchase a laptop and pay school expenses." In her statement, Hayes says just months after buying the property, she began to make plans to get away. Not long after, she moved to Central Oregon. In her words, she began building a life and career that I am proud of. Now, Jeff and Ann, court records do show that her former boyfriend has several convictions for domestic violence.